Well, hello, TB. Um, I watched your video once before, and today I watched it three more times just to try to get um, exactly what you were asking out of the questions. Um, all right, let's start off with number one. If I went to heaven, or if I died, and I went to Judgment Day, let's not say heaven, let's say whatever. Um, if it was Allah instead of God, or any other deity, because I know this is obviously just a hypothetical question, not dealing with the Muslim faith versus Christianity. I know that. And this other deity said, well, hey, Daniel, uh, sorry, buddy, you had your chance. You could have believed in me, you didn't. Instead, you believed in, something else. Um, and he said, you got to go to hell. Obviously, my reaction would be, no, that's not fair. Um, Now, my reasoning behind that would be, I would explain, I lived my entire life praying to God, to a deity. Uh, my morals were, you know, as I saw for the better benefit of society, and I had belief in a deity. I had uh, trust. I had everything. I gave my life, from the latter portion of my life, to serving something that is higher than me. And I would not believe that that would be fair at all. I understand that a lot of Christians believe that other sects of Christianity, or um, people that believe in other deities, or more than one deity, or whatever, that they're not going to heaven. I don't know. I don't believe that that would be entirely fair. No, I don't. So, I don't know. That's a hard question. I believe that it would not be fair. Let's go to the second part of your progression of questions. If I were God, how would I do things? Wow. Well, for one, I believe that um, the Adam and Eve story, obviously, they had free will. Now, they didn't have the knowledge of right and wrong at the beginning, but they did have the free will. Now, I think that that was more of a test. God put two people and said, okay, now what are you going to do? You have this free will. Are you going to turn against me and do what I ask you not to do? Or are you just going to serve me? And obviously they turned against him in one way. So I believe that that's a very good start, to see what those first two people would do, to do that. And then, yeah, punishment, I would definitely punish them. Um, the descendants, I mean, obviously everybody is affected by the first thing. So, obviously the descendants would be born with knowledge of right and wrong after that, because you can't have one group of people that know right and wrong and then their kids not know right and wrong and be given, a free pass. Um, would I make punishment heaven and hell? Yes. And the reason I say that is because I would be highly offended if someone didn't believe in me. Now, or that denied an existence of a deity. Just like, if you have a kid and your kid knows who you are, but says, hey, um, you're not my dad. You, I no longer believe in you. I don't think that you really are my dad. I think that I don't even have a dad. I think that my mom was, artificially inseminated, or, I mean, something like that. You know what I mean? Um, I just think that the heaven and hell maybe I wouldn't make hell as bad. I don't know. Only because I think that there are some people out there who deserve to go to heaven, and that may not. Now, I'm not obviously a judge, so I can't, the judge of all things, so I can't say, but that's kind of my own viewpoint. Um, I would definitely implement the whole faith factor, definitely, and the where you're saying where the tests and the trials and things like that, definitely have that, because I mean, I wouldn't want a bunch of mindless drones just believing in me because I had always shown myself and was like, here I am. You know what I mean? Um, Maybe I would do more signs than uh, God does now. I don't know. I probably would, only because I would want people to know who I was without a doubt. But then that goes against free will. So that's a very hard question to answer. So I do think that it is being done right, undoubtedly. Um, just because I believe that everything that I just said is mostly right on line with it, other than I say that I would probably do more signs, but that could be infringing on free will too, where it could say where, if God came down and he just wiped out a city, okay? Say he wiped out San Francisco. I don't know. I'm not saying that because San Francisco is bad. Let's say he wiped out Dayton, Ohio, which is where I live, okay? If he just completely wiped out Dayton, Ohio, and, there's news cameras everywhere showing that he's doing it, and I mean, there would be every atheist and every Muslim, every different kind of religion or non-religion or anti-religion or anything would automatically believe in him. Automatically say, man, I was wrong, or I was right, or whatever. So I believe that faith is an incredible thing, just because it helps give us our free will. So that's kind of my response and to your video. If you want me to explain anything else in more detail, send me a message or whatever, man. Alright.